Today we want to have a closer look at two AI tools. Granola gives you fast AI meeting notes right on your desktop, while MeetGeek manages the entire lifecycle of your meetings from recording to complex workflows. Now, depending on the job that you need to get done, one of these tools is going to be a much better fit for you. Hi, my name is Christian and welcome to the MeetGeek channel. It feels a new AI Notetaker app pops up every single week, but I've noticed they are not built to do the same job. Some are designed more as a personal utility, while others are built to be more comprehensive systems for your business. Today, we're going to have a closer look at the two strongest contenders in the space, Granola and MeetGeek. I've spent some time digging into both, and I want to walk you through my observations, how they work, how they're the same, how they're different, to help you decide which ones belongs in your workflow. So if you're trying to figure out if you need a smart notepad or a full meeting assistant, stick around because we're going to clear that up right now. Let's start with the big picture, because the most important distinction isn't found in the feature comparison. It's more a question of philosophy. Think of Granola as a really smart notepad sitting on your computer, and it helps you to jot down things much faster. So it's super lightweight and designed for people who want to stay in control of their own notes, but get a little help from AI on the side. MeetGeek, on the other hand, is built differently. It's less of a notebook and more like a production team. Imagine having an assistant join your meeting, take the recordings in video and audio, then transcribes every meeting, organizes the action items, and then puts every file in the right folder for your team. This is the MeetGeek approach. It acts as a meeting intelligence layer. So as we go through this comparison, have this analogy in mind. Are you looking for a pen and paper, or are you looking to automate the administrative work entirely? Let's look at how these tools actually capture meetings, because that's where things get practical. Granola operates primarily as a desktop app on macOS and Windows. They also do have an iPhone app. When you use Granola, it captures the system audio directly from your computer, so you don't need a meeting bot join your meeting. From what I can see, Granola doesn't capture video, but focuses on audio and transcribing it into text. Also, currently, Granola only supports Google Calendar, so if you're living in the Microsoft ecosystem with Outlook, this might be something to consider. MeetGeek takes a cloud-based approach by joining your calls on Zoom, Google Meets, Teams, WebEx, even Discord. And it doesn't matter whether you join via PC, your Mac, or if you're using your tablet. Because it joins as a participant, it also records high-quality audio and video. I find this particularly useful when I need to watch a presentation or see someone's screen share later. Also, it's more transparent for all the participants that the meeting's recorded because, well, the MeetGeek bot is joining the meeting. This is not necessarily the case with Granola that just records system audio. MeetGeek also offers a Chrome extension for browser-based meetings, and unlike Granola, it works both with Google Calendar and Outlook. So if you need video records across different calendar systems, MeetGeek certainly has a broader reach here. Now let's talk about transcription accuracy, because having a record is fine, but you need to know exactly what has been said. Granola offers a really good real-time transcription, so you can see the words appear as they are spoken in the meeting. However, I noticed that it's having challenges identifying who's saying what. Granola isn't joining the meeting, so if you have a meeting with a lot of different people contributing, it'll be really hard to then later on still remember who said what, who's responsible for what, if it hasn't been called out explicitly. Also, in terms of number of languages, they're a bit more restricted. Currently, I believe they're supporting 10 different languages. MeetGeek approaches this topic with a bit more depth. They're offering over 100 languages with automated detection. The feature that I rely on the most is speaker diarization. This is just a very fancy way of saying MeetGeek knows who said what. So the transcripts, you'll see Christian said this, followed by the client said that, separating the speakers perfectly. Furthermore, MeetGeek allows you to edit the transcript. If the AI mishears a name or a specific industry term, you can go in and fix it. With Granola, the transcript is the transcript. It's static, meaning you cannot edit or delete specific segments afterwards. So for a quick reference, Granola is fine for your personal notes. For a permanent record of business discussions, the speaker identification in MeetGeek makes a significant difference. Well, moving on to the meeting summaries, which is usually why we buy these tools, we don't want to reread a whole hour of conversation. So Granola provides a very simple, clean summary of the meeting. Actually, as the meeting goes along, you can take your notes, and your own notes will then be enhanced by Granola, also using templates. You can create your own prompts. They call them recipes, to tell the AI exactly the format, how you want your notes to be taken, offering flexibility if you want to tinker. MeetGeek, however, structures the data automatically based on the meeting type. It recognizes if you're in a sales call, in a hiring interview, or your daily stand-up, and then tailors the summary to the context. For example, it pulls out action items and assigns them directly to their owners. Another feature that I find interesting is MeetGeek's deeper analytics that can track things like meeting sentiment, talk time, or the topics over time. A great feature that both tools offer is the AI chat. So you can ask questions about your past meetings like, well, what did we decide about the budget last week? MeetGeek can analyze up to 15 meetings at once and give you the information that you're looking for. Let's talk about collaboration and workflows. This chapter is where we separate individual freelancers from teams. If you work alone, Granola's limited team features might not bother you. It has shared folders, but it's fairly basic. And since there's no automated follow-up, you essentially have to copy-paste the link to your notes to share them with someone else. MeetGeek feels much more like it's built for collaboration, giving you a team library where all the recordings live. You can tag colleagues in comments to specific parts of a video. You can also set up roles and permissions, so sensitive information is only accessible to people that are supposed to. The biggest operational gap I see between those tools is automation. MeetGeek allows you to set up workflows, so when a meeting ends, it can automatically email the summary to the client and create a task in your project management tool, or pull it into Slack, for example. All of this happens in the background without you needing to click anything. Granola doesn't really do this, meaning that you have to manually move data around. If you're trying to save time on administrative work, that automation piece is crucial. Speaking of moving data around, let's look at integrations. Granola connects with Zapier, which is useful, but it's not a fully native integration, and often you need to push the data around manually to trigger the integration. There isn't a public API or automatic export function. MeetGeek natively integrates with the tools most of us use daily, like HubSpot, Notion, Slack, ClickUp, and Trello, offering 12 native integrations in total. Plus, it connects with Zapier or Make for those complex custom integrations. Because MeetGeek pushes the data automatically, your CRM stays updated and your Slack channel gets the meeting notes immediately. It removes that friction of quote-unquote remembering to share the notes. And for a busy team, that's super valuable. Before we wrap up, we have to talk about security and cost, because security is non-negotiable for most of us. Granola is SOC 2 compliant, which is the standard for software as a service tools. However, MeetGeek goes one step further by being not only SOC 2 compliant, but also GDPR and HIPAA compliant, offering regional hosting in the US and EU. So if you're working with sensitive client data, or you're in the healthcare or finance business, those certifications matter. Regarding pricing, Granola offers a free plan and then jumps to $14 per user for business features. MeetGeek also has a very generous free plan, gives you 3 hours of transcription per month, plus summaries and analytics. The MeetGeek Pro plan is around $10 a month, which opens up more hours and integrations. And for larger teams, the business plan offers unlimited transcription and HD video storage. MeetGeek tends to scale better if you're planning to roll out this tool to a whole department, whereas Granola is priced mostly for individual use. So which tool should you use? Here's my take. Choose Granola if you want a fast, lightweight tool to elevate your personal notes. If you do mostly one-on-one meetings, don't need video recording, and you're happy to managing your follow-ups, it's a solid, well-designed tool. However, choose MeetGeek if you need a true system. If you want the recording, transcript, and summary to happen automatically. If you want to sync that data with your CRM CRM or Slack or other system that you're using. If you need a higher degree of security compliance, then MeetGeek is the choice. Granola is fast and lightweight, while MeetGeek is deep and automated. Your choice really depends on the job that you need to get done. If you want to try out MeetGeek's free plan for yourself, see the difference, I've put the link in the description below. It's worth setting up just to see how much this automation could save you. And if you're curious about how MeetGeek works in a real business workflows, check out the next video in this channel. If you liked and appreciated this feature comparison between Granola and MeetGeek, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you there.